Hello, what's up? It's time for more One Piece. I almost forgot what show I was doing. I'm wearing the hat and everything. We're doing One Piece today. We're doing episodes. Ooh, can I remember without looking at my notes? 6:15 onwards, I think. Now let me look at my notes. Yeah, got it right. 6:15, 6:16, 6:17, 6:18. 4 episodes today, as usual on Wednesdays. Is it Wednesdays I post this? I think so. So I'm looking forward to jumping into this. Last video destroyed me. The previous video was like some of the most fun I feel like I've had in One Piece in a little while. But like fun in a weird way, right? It's fun because I was in 6:14. I was bawling my eyes out. And I'm glad I now have taken many days of like, you know, processing that and moving through it. Now I'm better. I've fixed my emotional state. I'm good. But last video, yeah, 6:14 was, I mean, that was brutal. That was such a sad episode. But then we had, was it 6:13? That was the Zoro versus Monet fight, because that was awesome. So you had like 2 really, really great episodes back to back that I just truly loved. So I can't wait to jump into these episodes and see where we're going from here. But yeah, Monet, ooh, like, I mean, Monet was awesome. Like everything Monet related was really cool. And then everything Mocha related was really fucking sad. So what's going to continue? Are we going to get some hype moments in this one? Is it just going to be some exposition? Is it going to be more sadness? I don't know. But let's jump into it. This is episode 615 of One Piece. Oh, I should do the quick bits. Make sure to support the video. I know I say it every time, but it's important to say every time so that you remember to do it every time. Make sure to support the video if you can. I'm a small channel, so please help me out if you can. I have a Patreon account, which you get early access if you join it. So you can get the next 20 or so episodes on there right now, which means you're probably in the next arc on my Patreon account right now. And you can also join my YouTube membership down below to get 1 week early of edited reactions. And if I didn't mention it already, the Patreon account has full-length videos. So there's no edits in those ones. You just sync it up with your own footage and you can watch the whole episodes with me. So that's a crazy amount of content. YouTube membership gives you a little bit of extra content. You get to support me and you get a little badge next to your name. Or otherwise, you can just support this video for free, just by commenting or liking or doing any of that. But yeah, let's jump into this. This is One Piece episode 615. One Piece, woo! Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is the recap Rubik's. It's a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and the goal is to beat the recap. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. And I hope you can stick around, check out some other videos. ついに4校の滑る世界最強のこの島を支配するトラファルガーローとともにシーザー Alright, that's a cube complete. Okay, this episode is gonna be called Luffy's Scarf Dragon Eats Caesar's Leg. It's gonna be a wild prediction when I'm right. Yeah, come on. You got this kid is like the most important one to do it to. That guy. Oh my god. Oh shit, I forgot about Brownbeard. Is this right, yeah, he's at R. So is Usopp. It'd be dangerous if Usopp went in there. I don't think Usopp can take Caesar Clown on his own. Whoa. R66, he's there. Oh, yep. He sees that. Oh! Oh, this is great! I don't know if it'll work. But it might put a little bit of doubt in their minds, which might help later. My dear. Oh my god, he's trying to get back into that manipulation. Yeah. Go fuck yourself. Boop. Gotcha. I'm not. Yeah. It's like I read a story about a director who just, anytime a producer would tell him something, he'd be like, yep, I'll get on that, and then he just didn't do any of it. And he's still playing this role. Oh, what are you doing? Stop trying to hurt me. So it just looks like Brownbeard's gone crazy. Oh my god, I think Brownbeard might be taken out. He might die. Quinoa pags. I imagine guinea pigs is what he's trying to say. Oh my god. Is he trying to, I mean, is he using, like, fucking that gas, carbon monoxide or something, you know, to poison him? Give him a stroke. And he can do it invisibly. Oh, wait. Did he inject you? I thought he was doing it with the gas. Muscle relaxant. So he was just trying to speak and his mouth muscles weren't working properly. And the guinea pig's word he was trying to say had a lot of like momo, like things that require your mouth to really go together to say. God. Now he's really rubbing it in. Such a scumbag. That was me too. Yep. Oh. Too bad it's not a one, too bad he doesn't have haki, and two, too bad it's not a prism zone. He's trying so hard to save all these people. Oh, Brownbeard. Oh, Jesus, gonna get him killed by his friends. Well, look, honestly, Brownbeard already survived shots to the face, so it's hard to know if this is gonna kill him. But that's very sad for him to be shot by people he's trying to save. Oh god. Oh! Is that Luffy? Is that third gear elephant pistol? What's it called? I can't remember. Man, no sense of urgency for you, Luffy, right now. That's how you know he's pissed. When he gets angry, he doesn't run anymore. Here we go. Third gear. Bite that thumb. Oh my god. So fucking big. It didn't even hit him like directly on. If it did, it might have killed him. Yeah. We get another Luffy versus Caesar. And Caesar's back to being scared, as he should be. Aww. Rest, my sweet prince. Daddy's here now. Damn, yeah, if Brownbeard survives, he's gonna be fucking loyal to Luffy. Don't go anywhere. Watch this.
分かってる。この島、何なんだ。
Oh, I love angry Luffy.
さ、ないようである島。
Oh.
わかるか？
It's like gas or air.
鉄に結びつく。ここは闇の科学の拠点だ。
Whoa. Epicenter of evil science.
必要なその存在自体もみ消される。すべてシュロロロロロロロロロ。
He's so proud of it.
叫ぼうが、わめこうが。ここには助け
Every time they show Mocha, it hurts
お
more
前
than
は
anything
この島のこ
else.
と、ルートの同盟もそうだ。
Oh no.
あいつは SAD に手を出
I
そう
mean,
としている。
I'm confident
あれ
being
を
with Law's
作れる
good.
のは SAD はな。
Uh-huh.
ドン・キホーテ・ドフラミンゴの持つ工場で
Yeah. Oh, he says the most dangerous
スマイルという果
warlord.
実に変わる。
Smile.
俺たちはな、悪魔の実を作ることに成功したんだ。ゾーン系の人造悪魔の実のこと。
Oh.
力を求める誰もが欲しがる果実。
Okay.
新世界で大物たちと取引をしてい
Oh,
る。
this is gonna have repercussions.
すでに何百人もの能力者軍団を組織中と
Oh
聞く。
god.
背筋が凍るよ。
It makes me very interested.
花ドフラミンゴのビジネスを邪魔することで、お前らがどれだけ
You were talking to the wrong guy. Like, Luffy does not care who he pisses off. He declared war with the Marines.
俺は守られている。ドフラミンゴ。お前らこいつらに喧嘩売る動機はあるのかよ。
Yes, he does.
あるわけ
You
ねえよな。
should see his balls. They can stretch as big as he needs. Oh.
喧嘩。
Yeah, right in the face. Right in the Shiroro machine.
すごい。
He wouldn't just pick a fight with these motherfuckers. He'd start a war with them.
いくらでも売ってきた。
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, good start. Good first episode. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I really liked the second half of that episode, especially like from when Luffy showed up. It was really good. I mean, the brown beard stuff was good as well, but it was, you know, mostly stuff we knew already, and it was stuff that, you know, it was the sort of thing that in the manga it probably would have been like a very short type of scene and wouldn't have taken up much, but obviously in the anime they stretched it out. But still, I mean, I like that I kind of like Brownbeard now. I like that I've come around on him a bit, because yeah, he was like a scumbag and I didn't like him at first. But what he always has had is, it does seem like he has some form of loyalty, right? So I think that loyalty is now going to go to Luffy. This is going to be like a very My Hero Academia type thing, where, I mean, I'm only saying that because of how My Hero Academia's current season is going, but in that, you know, you inspire people, Luffy can inspire people and turn all these people against him, and it's just like, it shows that running, you know, treating people like shit is in the end going to be what really fucks you over. I feel like it's going to be the same sort of thing with Brownbeard. Like, having Brownbeard say those things, all it would have done is like put a little bit of doubt into the minds of the minions. It seems like the minions didn't take him too seriously, but that's like one step of the process. You just have to like say it and then have people start to think in that way of like, oh, is he lying? I don't think so, but he could be. And then once they start to think that way, then you can start to like, actually, people can actually start to put things together later if they see things that are suspicious. So he's just planting the seed in their heads. But anyway, so I'm just looking at my notes. Hold on. Yeah, I really liked. Oh, sorry, I adjusted something on the camera and it didn't work. The sad. I didn't write down the gas, but it's sad gas. I remember. Is being used to make smile, which are basically artificial devil's fruits, and he specifically said they're Zoan type fruits. So we can create our own Zoan type fruits with this sad stuff. which is kind of crazy. It also kind of sucks for me because I've said before Zoan type fruits are my least favorite types of fruits in One Piece, and those are the ones that are getting reproduced. But it also like makes sense if you're creating like an army of people. It's like a very simple thing that you can just give to someone and it will power them up. You know, like if you gave a random person the gum fruit, I feel like most people would not be able to use it super effectively, you know, like, oh, it makes it so that, you know, if you hit me with a bat, it's not really gonna hurt me and stuff, so that's great. Maybe some people would be able to do gum pistol, maybe, but like most people wouldn't be able to do second gear, third gear. Most people probably wouldn't be able to like do gum balloon and all this other like crazy shit, because that's kind of how Luffy's mind works. Like Luffy's creativity is what makes that fruit so powerful. Otherwise, it probably would have just been like a lame background character type fruit. So, or the person who got it would have just used it for defense essentially instead of using it offensively like Luffy does. So, so there is that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, but Zoan type fruits, it's like, oh, I turn into a tiger. Cool, like I'm gonna be able to rip people apart because I'm now a tiger. Like it's a very easy thing to make an army out of, so you can give that to a whole lot of people. And then I mean occasionally you'd probably get something like Kaku, where he turns into a giraffe and he's like, the fuck do I do with this, and he has to like figure things out. No, like, you know, only Kaku could have come up with some of the things that Kaku was doing with it. But like for the most part, I think like maybe they specifically are choosing the types of animals, so they are choosing stronger ones. I don't know exactly how it would work. Interesting that Caesar called Doflamingo the most dangerous warlord. Now, he could be saying that out of like ego, in that like, okay, I'm saying he's the most dangerous one because to me he is, because of because, you know, I've spoken to him and he's got the sort of bias of like since this is the guy that I work under, he's got to be the strongest one or whatever, you know. But it's also possible he's saying that just in terms of like morality, like because Doflamingo is so unhinged, that's what makes him so dangerous. Or he could be saying it from a place of ignorance, like he thinks he's the most dangerous warlord, but he hasn't really seen how the other warlords work. Or he could be saying it out of fear, like Doflamingo has been so fucked up to him and to Caesar in particular. He's seen the things that he can do so closely that he like truly thinks he's the most dangerous. Or Doflamingo could actually be the most dangerous. I think most likely he's probably like he's definitely up there. Whether he's the most dangerous or not remains to be seen, but he's absolutely like up there high in the danger category. Because I mean Hawkeye is pretty fucking powerful. But I mean, yeah, every time we see the warlords and stuff, it does feel like Doflamingo has a fucking presence to him, you know? So I could believe if you confirmed that, oh yeah, he is the most dangerous warlord, I can believe it. Like, I think that makes a lot of sense to me. Anything else I want to talk about? Not really. I think we're just going to move on to the next one. This is episode 616. Here we go. All right, recap Rubik's. Here we go.
を踏み入れたパンクハザードとシーザーの誘拐子供たち
4個いくらでも
Okay, that's where the title is, but I've finished the cube and the episode is gonna be called Luffy kills a man. Luffy kills a man plus the appearance of Hawkeye. I don't know. I just want to make it like a bold prediction. Oh yeah, he's good at breaking noses. You should speak to Arlong about that. Jeez, his fucking face. Yeah, I heard you. I don't care. In fact, that makes me want to punch you more. Guess I'll have to beat you up and then go and beat him up after that. He's on Dressrosa, right? Checks arc nameless. Yep, he's coming up. He's really not fucking listening. Oh my god! He's got a fucking energy beam. I kind of respect that he had like a backup plan if Luffy didn't listen to him. Nah, it'll be fine. It's like he's charging up the punch. So good. Okay, to the Law Virgo fight. I mean the Smoker Virgo fight. Oh! Oh, that's a high kick. Oh yeah, there you go. I think I asked in a previous video if Smoker was using Haki, and it was pointed out to me that he is, and there, it's pretty obvious there. Oh. Oh! I do believe that Virgo's armament Haki is stronger. But at least Smoker has the versatility of his Devil Fruit. That adds some wild card into it, you know?
White up!
Oh!
Kaizoku! Vergo!
I feel like it's got to be Law and Smoker versus Vergo. That's the way we're going to be able to do this. Law has to be able to get up. Oh, that's so awful. Oh. Head towards the destruction, man. I love that girl. Oh my god. No, I won't! Oh my god, he's gonna get petrified. Come on, Brooke, you gotta stop him. Okay, well, he can take care of some minions. At least Caesar's not in here anymore. Oh, that's fucking awesome. This battle is legit. Like, just two badass characters going head to head. Not even monologuing that much, just pure fucking fight. Oh! That is so cool! Oh, baby! Oh! Oh! I love the animation on that. And he just armamented his face. Oh! Shit, man. Smoker was fucking doing well there. Okay, well now Law's up. I need him to be up at the same time as Smoker. No! Shit, man. Why are these flashbacks happening? Is he gonna grovel before him? Is he gonna... Is he taking on Tashigi's advice in some way? Or just remembering what he's fighting for, maybe? Oh! Here we fucking go! Oh! Oh, that's cool. Covering everything in smoke is great. That's kind of true. Seems dangerous. Oh. Oh! Oh! The way he keeps covering the arena in smoke. Well, his Devil Fruit's the only advantage he's got. What did he do just then? Oh! Well, he looks like he did something for Law. Did he maybe like get the heart off of Vergo or? Jeez. Law's up again. You have it. Yes, I like how his hand was still on it. That's awesome. He did it so that you couldn't notice that he was pickpocketing you. That's so good, Smoker. I dropped my pen. He gets his hat back.
Vergo.
Ah, he gave you the son you deserve. Down in his pocket. Hell yeah. I love the little snail. Snail with the scarf. Oh my god! Pure haki all across his body, I imagine. Oh my god, what a crazy design. Oh! I'm waiting for it to say to be continued. Oh! Oh! What the hell just happened? What the hell is happening? What? Oh! Oh, he split him apart, which he can do with his power, and nothing else. It's Law's not gonna spit out blood or anything, is he? Oh, shit! He split fucking everything. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh my god, look at that slash! Oh, Shanks! No more preparing. This is kicking off whatever the fuck's gonna happen in the new world. I like that little scene at the end with like Law's speech. I mean, the moment, the like badass moment was awesome on its own, but the speech was really cool. The idea that, from what I can tell of what he's saying like, it's been 2 years since the war and really nothing truly has happened. Everyone's just preparing, everyone's getting ready, like everyone's setting something up, but nobody's actually fucking done anything. There's been no real major moves in these 2 years. Everyone's just setting everything up. So, like, I think, am I understanding correctly when he says I broke the gear, like, and it shows him like slashing through and he's just slashing through a gear that stops moving. It's like the gear is like everyone's setting up and everything, like everything going in such a way, like, you know, it's like a machine creating more and more weapons over and over again. If he slashes the gear, there's no more making of the weapons. Only thing that's left is to fucking fight. Is that what's happening now? It feels like he did the equivalent of like Franz Ferdinand. Like he just set it off. He just went, all right, you guys are all getting ready, but I'm gonna make you fucking do something. Everyone's gonna, like, things are gonna happen now. Because I like this sort of development of like, there was a major war in the One Piece universe, and at the same time, Luffy and the Straw Hats decided that they're not going to see each other for 2 years. And those two things both happened. And then, for those 2 years, we come back, and a lot has changed, but in a lot of ways, a lot hasn't really changed, you know? In the times that Luffy was out on the sea, more happened than in the 2 years that he wasn't, right? But here they're giving good reason for that, and they're making it part of the story. It's not just that the show, you know, that the world sort of paused just because it works for the story, that like nothing huge happens in the time skip, but it also fits nicely with like nothing huge happened because everyone is like everyone is getting ready for something, and that makes it so, you know, we as viewers didn't miss out on anything, but those 2 years also didn't mean nothing. Like, and it didn't just mean that the Straw Hats got stronger. It means everything is like was getting set up. They basically set up fuses everywhere. Literally a line of dominoes, not literally, figuratively, a line of dominoes made out of dynamite. And now they're just waiting for the smallest spark to set off one of them. And since it took 2 years, that's a lot of fucking dynamite that's going to be set off. I don't know what exactly that's going to entail, but I'm really excited about it. Yeah, this was a fucking badass episode. I loved that Smoker vs. Vergo fight, and I love the way they did it in that, like, Vergo was stronger than Smoker. So, and Smoker realized that, and he also saw that, I get it now, I think. I get the flashbacks, because he had those flashbacks. He was watching Law, you know, struggle against Vergo because of the heart thing, and then there were the flashbacks of him talking to Tashigi, and Tashigi going like, it's better to grovel to a pirate or whatever if it means, you know, like, if it means we can live on, which I always really liked that. And Smoker sort of scoffs at that idea originally, but now that he's in the situation, I think he's realizing, shit, she's right, and this is more important than my ego. And so he helps Law. Someone, like, I thought it was about Vergo. I thought what the flashbacks were happening, and it might have been about Vergo in some way, like it's something I have to do to Vergo, or I have to grovel to Vergo. But I think what he was actually thinking is like, I don't want to be indebted to Law because Law's a pirate. I don't want to help him out. But then he hits this situation. He's like, the best thing to do right now is to help Law out. And so he puts his everything into doing that. I love it. It's so good. And such a good move to like spread himself out into smoke and then have his smoke hand go behind and pickpocket that heart and give it to Law. It's such a cool idea. So fun. Just really great. Now Usopp's also in a room with some minions and stuff. I mean, he should be able to handle that, right? It's like, at this point, he's good enough to take out like a group of, like, you know, if we were talking like East Blue Usopp, or even like, you know, early Grand Line Usopp or whatever, then no, he probably wouldn't have been able to do it. But now, this is New World Usopp. He can take out a room full of minions. I think you could put one of those green plants in there, and I'm sure it would take out a room full of them. But yeah, anyway, I don't think there's much else to talk about. Most of it was that badass fight, and there's not a crazy amount to discuss with that fight. It's just awesome. So let's move on to episode 617 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. And that's the cube? Wait, the cube's not complete. Hold on, I fucked something up. Okay, that's the cube complete. Just in time for the title. Oh my gosh. I heard Luffy say Caesar. So this episode's called Caesar Makes a Caesar Salad. And that's gonna be like a special move. Is this slash gonna affect like... Oh, it's probably gonna affect other parts of what's going on. Jeez, yeah it is. It's affecting everyone else. One slash from Law. Yeah, I was thinking this would happen. I guess Law really needed to do the strongest slash possible, though. That's right, we can kill a few kids. As long as it's not Mocha. and the girl who keeps saying Momonosuke turned into a dragon. Those two are the only ones we need to keep alive. Oh, and the bald kid. He seemed nice, I think. No, you can't run. He's just growling. Sanji, you need to get behind the kids and start kicking them forward like you were doing the soldiers. Virgo, just lose. Oh my gosh. Of course, he's still going. Room? You need to take out his heart, honestly. Okay, she's looking better. I think she threw up most of it. Oh, that's so cool. All of his pieces of his body. You don't know Joker's past. He needs to smoke right now. I feel like Vergo is not gonna die, but maybe. It might be the last we see of him. But I feel like they could have just finished him off there. If they wanted it to be the last we saw of him. He doesn't care. Oh god. Yep, it'll kill all of them. No. Yeah. See, you see what Brownbeard was talking about? Oh god. Well, he's revealing all of this now. She broke his fucking persona. Don't follow his commands. You can see how fucked up he is now. No more loyalty. Come on. Is Usopp gonna do something here? Maybe you can like sow dissent by going like, hey, we shouldn't follow what? You know, like just pretend to be one of them. Oh my god, his face looks weird. One of his eyes was slightly further down than the other. Oh god, they're so deep in it. Oh god. Shit! Oh my god, he's combining with it? What? Oh god, so this is his fucking transformation? Now he's in this form again. Oh my god. Land of Death. This reminds me a lot of Gecko Moria. This arc is so much like Thriller Bark to me. Like that's very much like the Thousand Shadows moment of Gecko Moria. Down to the way that his laugh becomes more evil. Like now he's going shit. Just like the You just have more body to hit. He's got Shinokuni on his chest. Oh. It's so fucked. Did he just do that to show what he can do? He had no real reason to kill them? Yeah, he just did it as a test. Jeez. Luffy's going to fuck you up. How? he gonna chase Luffy? Oh my god, man. So shitty to his soldiers.
昇進のとこ悪いが、その操作席譲ってくれるか。
Yeah, so step aside. This is actually good that Usopp's here. Oh, he knows what he's doing. He wouldn't be actually running.
俺の目の前でうちの船長を侮辱するのか。いくらか楽だったかもな。
What's he doing now? Is he getting a run up? What? Oh, he's blowing it into both of his arms. Oh! Giant bazooka? I imagine Haki infused as well. Oh my god. It'd be hard for them to believe in anything for a little while.
Oh my
god. Oh! Grizzly Magnum? Oh my gosh, what a name! Oh god. Oh fuck! Oh! Oh! Is this? Are we gonna beat Caesar here? Oh! Hell yes! Oh, his crown's gone! Holy shit, this might be the end for Caesar. Oh! Good shit. I wonder, is it possible that Caesar's done? You know, like, this is episode 617. I think there's like... Oh, actually, I mean, let me think about this. It's 617. I think there's only like 8 or 9 episodes of this arc left. Now that I think about it. Maybe... Huh. Maybe this is it for Caesar. Actually, this is like an appropriate time to beat the main boss. I didn't even think about how short, like how little of this arc we had left. I guess I kind of thought that this battle would be going on for another like 5 episodes or so. But like, I don't think so. Because like after this, I'm doing like 2 more videos of this arc or 2.5 videos of this arc. And we still have to like wrap up some of the emotional storylines, and we have to maybe get the kids back to their parents, and you know, like a lot of that other stuff, and set up for the next arc. So I think that might be it. I think we just beat Caesar. That's kind of cool. It's very satisfying seeing Luffy be so mad and just fuck him up, you know. I do like that. It did show me though how, again, like how strong Luffy is, and how, you know, if he needs to right now, he can take out some really powerful players. Like Caesar kind of, if this is the end of Caesar, which I feel like it is because he did his big transformation. Like normally that's like the final thing that the big boss does, right? Is they do like a monstrous transformation. He did his big monstrous transformation, and Luffy used a pretty like definitive final move, and it's an appropriate time in the arc. And he had the thing like his crown thing cracked, which I think is, you know, often Oda and a lot of writers actually like to use some sort of symbol of like, this is the end, you know, they'll have something big happen. And in this case, it was like he's wearing that crown and then it cracks to show like he's been defeated. So I think that's it for Caesar. And Caesar, did not stand a chance against Luffy. Like, I mean, other than the bit where he took away the air, that was like the only thing that he had against Luffy. And Luffy adjusted to that pretty fucking quickly. Like, the next time that they saw each other, Luffy had adjusted for it. So that was really cool. I think the first fight between Caesar and Luffy was like really, really amazing. That like this one was just like classic, you know, One Piece, Luffy doing a big move towards Caesar after talking for a while, and it ends, right? So like we kind of got with Caesar the whole range of stuff. So I'm pretty happy with it. We got like the ending here, which is just the Luffy beats the enemy with one big move, you know. That's something that happens a lot, and that's something I've come to expect. We had the start, which is like the enemy initially overpowers Luffy. We had that with the taking the breath away stuff. And in the middle, we had like a really legit fight between Caesar and Luffy, where they were sort of evenly matched almost, but Luffy was a little bit better. And that was like the highlight of the arc in terms of the Caesar stuff for me. That was really, really fucking good. So yeah, I feel like we got a whole range of things. And this was, you know, a pretty cool ending. It wasn't like a mind-blowingly amazing ending or whatever, because it was stuff we've sort of seen before and we expect, and it's basically how we expected it to go. But it's still cool. I did love the name for it though. Grizzly Magnum is way better. I thought he was gonna call it, you know, giant elephant bazooka or whatever, you know, like I thought he was just going to use the naming conventions, because didn't he use elephant at some point for when he's using armament haki? I think I remember that, but maybe I'm misremembering. But he used that. So normally it's like if you adjust a move with third gear, you call it giant whatever. If you armament haki it, in my mind that's elephant, but maybe that was just the one time he used elephant, and I just thought like he would always do that. But no, I mean, it seems like this is like, it's special enough of a move that he gave it its own cool name, Grizzly Magnum. Sounds fucking awesome. I love it. That's really good. He's good at naming things. Well, he's good at naming his moves. He's not good at naming other things, I guess, because he had terrible names for the ship, right? For the Thousand Sunny. So yeah, I liked that. I liked seeing them take out Vergo. I mean, yeah, we've kind of done most of it, right? If we've beaten Caesar, and we've beaten Vergo, and we've beaten Monet, we're fucking done. Those were the main three. So now it's just about dealing with, I mean, if the gas is still there, we have to deal with that. I don't know if the gas goes away now because Caesar's dying or whatever. I don't think so. So they have to probably find a way to deal with the gas. They have to do all that shit. But in terms of villains to fight, we've done the main shit. I don't think Doflamingo's getting here anytime soon. I think we're going to be going to him. And I mean, I think that because I know there's an arc named Dressrosa. I don't know if I think it's next. Yeah, I think it is next. So I'm pretty sure we're going to him directly. But I mean, yeah, fuck, man. Really cool. Yeah, well, let's not waste too much time on this discussion. Let's move right along to the final episode that we're doing in this video. This is episode 618. Here we go.
Hands up.
Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go.
新世界はいつゴム人間となった少年
俺はなる。
越えた麦わらの一味は王と氷に分かれたパンク殺戮兵器死の国の脅威からルフィとシーザーは結成
Alright, that's the cube complete. Oh, don't look! This episode's called The Battle's Not Over. The Truth About Shinokuni. That sounds like a One Piece title. I don't know what the truth would be. The truth is it's gas and it sticks around. And this is being broadcast to the brokers. How Caesar was defeated by Straw Hat Luffy. Oh. Jack? Okay, well, some more major players getting involved. It's funny, they're trying to take her somewhere safely, but it looks like they're using her body to defend themselves from falling rubble. Use this child! We can't get crushed then! You place your bets on the wrong horse. Trust in Luffy! Join our crew, all of you. We could use some people just to, like, you know, do the chores. Uh-huh. Did you knock him out? Oh, no, yeah. Oh, well. That means we have to be able to undo it. Because I don't think there's any way Kinemon is not having a reunion with his son. I like that she says, I shouldn't tell anybody, but she's told every person she's come across. And I'm glad that she has. Oh. He was specifically going to that dragon before. It's an understandable mistake for him to make. Oh, Brooke. Quick! You've outrun it so far, keep going! Nami! I love whenever Nami sees Luffy again. Luffy is always so cute. Like, she's so relieved to see him. Yeah, I mean, Smoker's okay. Smoker's okay, you'll find him, don't worry. Jesus, it's so big. And just two of them are dragging it. Aww. They're all so happy to see him. Aww. He's probably dead? I don't know. He's probably not dead. Probably knocked out. He doesn't deserve to be captured. Yeah, but you're low on the priority list. He trusts him. Okay, where are we going? What? What? Oh! Okay. Really? Jesus, girl. This is fucking crazy, this plane. And Buffalo, yeah. Oh, really? That was the love of your life? Oh my gosh. It was that easy to win her heart? Or was she just into those types of guys? I need to meet this woman. A woman with no standards. Who's also very attractive. God damn. Oh, I like it. She's funny. She's just super easy to get anything from. Okay. So what are these two gonna do here? Oh, are they gonna get rid of the gas? Where's she gonna go? Because I imagine she has a devil fruit, so she probably can't go in the water because she can turn her arms into weapons and stuff, right? Same with this guy. Be careful. No, he's still flying. What the fuck? Is he just gonna disperse the gas? That's so creepy. Huh? Oh, here comes Caesar, I think. He's fucked up. Back on Dressrosa. You're underestimating Luffy. Oh, he's excited by it though. He's bringing Caesar back? Oh no. Fuck him. Oh, Doflamingo is a cool villain. Dressrosa's gonna be cool, I feel like. Oh. Oh! Oh! Franky? Holy shit. We haven't seen Franky in ages. Holy shit! Oh shit. Cool. Well, that's exciting. When was the last time we saw Franky? I can't even remember. Like, they knocked all of us out with the lack of air, right? And then I can't remember. I genuinely can't. I don't remember the last time we saw Franky. But yeah, this is exciting. Like we haven't seen him in enough time that I just forgot he existed. I forgot he was in the show. So that's really exciting. I love the music that they were playing while he actually like stepped onto the scene. So the thing is Franky going to stop those two from taking Caesar back? I feel like that's the plan. That's hopefully what will happen, because if he brings Caesar back, then we got to probably deal with Caesar again, in the future, and we don't want to have to do that. But that could also be possible, like there's sometimes in RPGs or whatever when you'll face like a boss and it's like, oh my god, this boss is really hard, or even like this boss is pretty hard but not that hard, but then later in the game you're coming across that boss again, but he's just like a grunt and there's like a lot of them because you've leveled up at that point, and the game has gotten harder, and so it's like, oh yeah, that thing that was a boss in chapter 1, well in chapter 10 every Goomba you come across is that boss essentially. So is that the case here maybe? Or I feel like he's actually just going to stop them from getting Caesar. But if he doesn't, then it could be that Caesar then becomes like a grunt of Doflamingo. So you thought Caesar was strong? I mean, we didn't really think he was that strong, but if you did think he was strong, like he's now like a lower tier person in comparison to Doflamingo and his crew. So anyway, yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen there. But I liked that little scene of like introducing us to Baby 5 and Buffalo. I mean, we saw them before with the other Doflamingo scene and got like a sense for their personality a little bit. But now I see, especially with Baby 5's personality, like she can't say no to people. And if she feels like someone likes her or is relying on her, then she just like, it makes her overjoyed. I really like that character trait. It's very funny to me that like she just, if anyone asks her to go out with her, she will say yes to them, and like not just say yes to them, but like commit her whole heart to them and like grieve their loss if they're gone, no matter who it is. So I I like that. I like that idea. But oh my god, what if she comes across Sanji? Oh no! She might be the perfect woman for Sanji. Or is Sanji one of those people who he's like gonna see Baby Five and go, she's too easy. Like, it's the one woman or the one attractive woman that Sanji's like not at all into, because maybe he'll be like, oh, she's so beautiful or whatever, and then Baby Five will be like, oh, you think I'm beautiful? That's amazing. Do you want to be my boyfriend? And he might immediately go, no thanks, darling. I can totally see that sort of thing becoming part of Sanji's character, just to make Sanji's like simping a little more insufferable, is to make it so that like he only wants people when they don't really want him. But no, I feel like what is actually going to happen is it is actually going to be like a big flirty thing. Like it actually would be possible that Baby Five and Sanji, they're setting them up to be like those two face each other, you know? They like Baby Five is supposed to be Sanji's enemy. No, but Sanji doesn't fight women, so that can't really happen. Okay, well that kind of gets rid of that. I was thinking in my mind you could have had it so that Sanji and a woman and this woman, Baby Five, are fighting, but the entire time they're also like in love and flirting with each other. I think that would be a fun battle. Is like they both don't really want to do it, but they're both also like using that excuse to get close to each other and stuff. I think that would be cute and fun. But they're not going to do that because Sanji has the thing where he doesn't fight women. He refuses to fight women. So he just wouldn't do that. I still think they're going to do stuff with those two characters. I'm guessing, but not that. Not what I just guess. So yeah, I liked that introduction to her. I'm going to like Baby Five. Kinemon being petrified is sad, but at the same time, that like basically proves that it's undoable. You know, I was thinking, because we'd gotten rid of like a lot of grunts and stuff, and I thought it was like probable that it was reversible, because it would like I thought there's so many people dying here, or quote unquote dying, they're getting petrified, that I feel like the petrification has to be able to be undone, because Oda doesn't tend to like just pure killing a bunch of people, you know? He likes to be able to turn around and go, oh, but they're okay, you know? That's a big part of Oda's writing style. So I was thinking that it would be reversible, but I also thought like, but he's only doing it really to grunts, and so, you know, it's possible that it's not. But now that it's had to happen to Kinemon, and Kinemon hasn't had like a tier 4 reunion with Momonosuke or whatever, and he kind of died kind of in a joke. It wasn't really a joke, because it was like he thought he was killed his son essentially, so he was like devastated, but the scene was framed more joke like, and so because of that, that can't be the end of Kinemon, so we are gonna bring him back. So yeah, I wonder how we undo it. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to undo it. I was also thinking in this episode, and I think this is the last thing I'll talk about in this video, but like when those guys were like, we don't know who to follow anymore because we were betrayed by Caesar, right? All the minions. I was thinking, wouldn't it be something if we just hired them? You know, like a lot of ships have like a big crew, right? It's not common for ships to have like 10 people on their crew. That's just an us thing. That's just what we do. But like most ships, especially ones as big as the Sunny, need a lot of people for the ship to be running and to be doing all this stuff. And a lot of pirates that we come across, they just have like grunts in their crew, right? We don't do that. The Straw Hats don't do that. And I think that's because Luffy wants to be like with people that he likes. And so it's, you know, in a way you kind of have to earn your spot on the crew. Although back in Thriller Bark, I think Luffy was like trying to recruit people left and right. So I don't know. There's a weird line. I feel like Luffy might be slightly inconsistent with who he wants on his crew sometimes. But I think it would be. I don't think One Piece will ever do this because it's not really within the way that the show goes. And I think also, you know, I think Oda would think it works better if it's just like we're just focusing on our version of the crew. But I think it would be kind of cool if Luffy just like hired these guys, like took them along, was like, hey, you want to join the Straw Hats? just as like a basic crew type thing. You won't be a nakama. he has to say at the start, like, you won't be a nakama. You won't be like really my friends, but you can join us and help out. And then it would just be like a situation of, if we need grunts, we'd have grunts that could work with us, you know? I think that would be kind of cool, but I don't think One Piece would ever do that. And it's probably good that you never do that, because there would be like a disconnect between, like, there would be crew members and then there would be like the real crew members, and maybe that would like devalue how special it is being a Straw Hat. So I can see why they wouldn't do it. But from like a, you know, an actual, like, if this was a video game, that would be something that they'd probably do, you know, because you'd grab those like faceless people and you'd put them to work, and then you'd send them off to do assignments on their own and all that. But since this is an anime and they want to focus on the Straw Hats, they're not going to do that. But yeah, anyway, that is One Piece episode 415. I mean 615. Was it 615? Yeah, 615 to 618. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go to my Patreon account for the full-length reaction, early access, and exclusive videos. You can get the next 20 or so episodes in full length on there right now. Or you can join my YouTube membership down below to get 1 week early on there as well. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.